Remember when you puked during the John Daly video?
Yeah.
Probably one of the most epic pukes I've ever seen.
That's how. So the thing is,
that was the only puke I've ever seen on the course, actually.
So like that's how I puke because I hate puke so much. A little bit comes out, I get grossed out, and it makes me want to puke more. So all of my pukes are so violent.
God, it feels so good though.
It does. Not in the moment. I'm just like, all right, you need to breathe in between these pukes. All right, here we go. He's like,
holy
jeez.
You were on Reddit Golf this morning?
No.
Or yesterday?
No.
Oh, I thought you said you were.
So I got.
That's where that
someone
came from.
sent a message in, and then I researched it. And
gotcha.
This is a screenshot that I took a long time ago and totally forgot to ever do it on the pod.
Well, I was gonna say I was deep today. I was like a year back. Shit. I was
you gotta get Shane Gillis tickets, dude.
I know I gotta get Shane and Gillis. I'm going to Chicago.
Quick.
No, I'll get them later. They're already in my.
They're gonna be sold out like Trevor.
No, they'll be fine.
Okay. Shane does this a lot in his stand up.
Is he pretty good?
The little hand thing
in between every sentence of every joke. I mean,
it's like the guy from Scary Movie. The one he's got like two fingers and that little tiny hand that he mixes the mashed potato.
His good hand. No, Shane, I've watched this. I liked his special a lot.
Yeah, I'm going to it next month.
Don't let Miles talk you out of it. Miles doesn't like him. But
yeah,
he's funny.
Yeah, I don't really trust his word when it comes to comedy anyways.
Yeah, I don't trust his opinion on media except for content.
Yeah.
Because he just takes the opposite stance of me every time.
Yeah. No, that's all it is.
Yeah.
Anyways, I was like a year back in Reddit Golf, and there was a story like the thread was, what was the craziest thing you've ever seen on the course? And one guy, speaking of shit, one guy said he saw, there's a group in front of him and he saw one guy that was butt ass naked. Now it just said butt ass naked, so maybe he had a shirt on, whatever. But he had shit himself while he was playing, and he just at that point he just said, "Fuck it, I'm just gonna take my pants off." Sounds like butt ass naked. Sounds like he took his shirt off too,
and continued to play.
No, he just like walked across the fair. I don't know where he maybe going back to the clubhouse or something, but hopefully no one saw him because not only did you shit yourself, but you're also in line to get public indecency.
Yeah, that's something where
or
like,
streaking.
You're on vacation in a place where you know you'll never be again.
Yeah,
and you're just like, fuck it.
Yeah, even if I have a warrant out for my arrest in South Carolina, I'm never coming back. I just won't get pulled over by the cops in South Carolina, you know?
Yeah. Or I'm just on vacation randomly. I'm visiting some extended family in bumfuck Virginia, right?
Yeah.
I wanted to get 9 in at the local muni. Shit yourself. It's like I will pretty confidently never come back to this town ever again in my life. So
for sure.
You just take all your shit up and you walk out.
Do courses have blacklists?
They should.
I'm sure they do.
Does a place like Sweet Shots have a blacklist?
Yep, they do.
What is it like? What does it look like? Is
Sweet
it
Shots is also a bar too, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that makes sense.
Not like a list, but like once you have your when you check in, they have your name and it has like blacklisted on it.
Okay, so
how does one get blacklisted from Sweet Shots?
Jumping into the net would be one.
Has someone ever done that?
No. Okay. I may or may not have when I was working.
Trevor,
you testing the durability?
I did. No, we did test it.
Yeah, you kind of have to because like, what's the point of having a net if you have a 250-pound guy who falls in and just collapses? You know.
I feel like though they should probably test it with something other than the employees, maybe like a giant bag of sand.
Yeah.
If it does collapse, then Trevor can sue them for everything they're worth.
Well, I'm sure they signed.
There's one underneath there too.
You did it on the third deck?
No, I did it on the second, so I got one below me still. Or no, there's not.
No, there's not. No. It's just the ground. It's just the ground.
So let's say the net collapses and you're like, yeah, my boss told me to test the net and now my neck is broken.
You gotta sign a waiver. Yeah. I would assume they're doing stuff a little bit smarter than that.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to talk to Lucas about this. Like, you got to cover your ass, man. You can't be letting Trevor jump on nets.
I weigh 140 pounds. I'm not going to fall through.
Well, you didn't know that until you tested it.
A sandbag would be a good option.
Yeah.
But what is okay? So the blacklist, like, has someone ever come up to the counter that was blacklisted that tried to check in?
I think once. We had some people that were stealing balls, like, because from like the other side of the road, people like stealing balls and taking them. So they got blacklisted. And then there's like a couple like drunk like people that were just being complete assholes that got blacklisted.
Is it lifetime or is it like a 1 year ban?
I
or what?
believe it's 3 months.
Oh, that ain't
usually, or something like that, or 6 months, depending on how bad or severe it is. So.
Yeah, that ain't bad.
So like,
at all.
were you blacklist? How do you determine if someone jumped into the net?
We
You
have cameras.
check cameras.
Yep.
So
Check
like, if somebody
cameras.
genuinely slipped and
Breathalyzer.
fell, you're not blacklisting them,
No.
right? Okay, but they got to be done for the night.
Yes.
Yeah.
The
Asked
shitty
to
part.
leave.
The shitty part would be like, so pretty much every course in Fargo is owned by the city.
Yep.
So like, if you get blacklisted at one course, you're probably blacklisted at the other 4,
Yeah.
however many it is.
That's how it was when I was working downtown as a bouncer. Of like 4 bars shared a blacklist.
Oh,
And they weren't.
I mean,
owned-
that makes sense.
They weren't owned by the same person, but I mean, obviously, it's the same crowd hopping from bar to bar in a
Yeah.
2-block radius. So we shared I worked at Fort Knox. We shared a blacklist with the OB, Sports Bar, and Noble.
Mhm.
So if you got blacklisted at any of those places, you couldn't go to any of them.
Yeah. Even if you come up and say, I'm a changed man, I'm gonna be,
Yikes.
I'll keep things under control. Once a blacklister, always a blacklister.
And
Yeah.
people always be like, I didn't get blacklisted here. I got blacklisted at OB. I'm like, yeah, well, I still don't want you here then.
Yeah, I wouldn't want him in my bar either.
I wouldn't brag about getting blacklisted.
go to
elsewhere.
Cowboy Jack's, go up north.
Yeah. And I think they got rid of that because now it's just scanner. I had a fucking iPad with
Yeah, that
thousands of
sucks.
names on it. So I had to take every ID and scroll until I got to
OB
there.
still has that.
Did you ever just scroll and then just be like,
Yeah.
could let it
Absolutely.
run and be like, all right, you're good.
Just look at
I'd be
the
like-
guy. You're like, you look like a decent one.
You're a 102-pound skinny white boy who is at his first night at the bar. You're not on my
Yeah.
blacklist.
This
Yeah.
is clearly a fake ID. You've never been here before.
You ever notice how like, I don't know if I've ever been ID'd by a bev cart.
I have. I
Have
for
ya?
sure have.
I actually don't remember a time where I've been ID'd.
It's because you look old as hell.
Well, I guess
Yeah.
if I let the scruff grow for about 6.5 months,
It's all the grays, dude.
that is true. Fuck, the grays are coming in heavy.
Hey, they're all right though.
Heavy.
I'm waiting for some grays. I'm not gonna get them until I'm like 50 because they say your hair follows your mother's side, and Grandpa Dave didn't go gray until
Yep.
he was like
Yep.
50.
Yeah, my mom's dad, my grandpa he's got a pretty good set. I mean, he's receding in the top corners.
You got the
Kinda-
M.
Yeah, I'm developing it slowly, but anyway, eBay kick again, obviously.
Are we potting, by the way?
Oh yeah, we are. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, we're going.
Jake, you have to find an appropriate spot to start that cold open.
We might as well welcome everybody back to the show.
Yeah.
Double Bogey Show episode 172, 174.
Oh, nice.
They piped that the wrong way.
I'll call the clubhouse. We'll book in another 18 for tomorrow.
Okay, they cheated on that. They fluffed their balls.
Yeah, no better time for the breakfast ball than now. eBay kick again,
Nice.
naturally. I just like that. That's like my new TikTok at night almost.
That's weird.
Here's the thing about TikTok, child. I was getting so sucked into all the golf tips and golf coaches and all this bullshit that I kind of had to remove myself from that hour of time I normally would scroll TikTok. So, naturally, I'm like, you gotta type in like Kirkland iron set, right? See
Yep.
how much you're going for.
Check them out.
Yeah, and so they have stiff and regular shaft.
Oh,
clubs.
we have 2 shafts now.
Okay, so and I didn't know that. So as I was scrolling, I'm like, why is this one this like 500 and why is this one 600? Well, okay, well, stiff is going to be more expensive, obviously. There are a hefty amount of brand new people who basically like people who buy shoes, right? They buy them just so they can resell them.
I mean, that's kind of a sign you've made it, right? If
Yeah.
people are doing your product has hit the resale market
for sure.
and not the secondhand resale market.
Yes. Yeah, but here's the thing. Like, I'm pretty much just looking at prices because I either want to find an auction where I can maybe get a set for 400 or I'll find the best buy it now price that I can. And what people are doing is, and I work in the shipping industry. I have for years now. What people are doing is they're listing their set for $500 and they're charging like $125 for shipping.
Jesus.
Wouldn't that be kind of close though if you have to ship a whole thing of clubs?
Yeah, but and I get what they're doing. It's like if they have the lowest price listing, more people are going to click on that. But I just thought
That's
thought
not.
it was,
I don't know shit about shipping, so enlighten me. But wouldn't $125 be pretty appropriate for
No,
what they would have to pay to ship
these would probably cost,
Like if you
I'll
package
say
them
$30
well, yeah.
because the box is long. It takes up more volume in the truck, and it
Right.
probably weighs, I don't know, the box probably weighs 20 pounds, 15 to 20 pounds.
Yeah, you're
It's a complete
spot on.
guess.
Ryan, right here, $5.99, $50 shipping. Sounds,
Yep.
pretty close to being right. This is $500, $111 of shipping.
Yeah, there we go.
The man knows his shipping.
But I get it. Also, at the same time, weren't these clubs, were they $5.99?
I
They
think
probably
so.
were
Set?
$5.99 brand new. Yeah, I think so.
So they're just reselling them actually for list price.
And then hiding their $30 of profit
and
in
shipping.
the shipping. Yeah.
Interesting.
So that seems like a hell of a lot of work for $30.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah, but you'd
It
be
is.
surprised by what some of these guys will go to on eBay for making their their margin is
Getting their nut.
That one.
Yeah, I mean, I'll list a 1 ounce card, eBay standard envelope. You pay 67 cents in shipping, but then I'll charge the buyer $2 in shipping, so make an extra
You
$1.33.
greedy son of a bitch.
I mean, it's just it's
Greasy Ryan.
it's simple economics,
yeah.
But I'm close. I'm getting close because I just want to see what the hype is all about. I want to swing the stiff shafted Kirklands. I want to feel them. I want to swing them, and I want to see if they are as good as people have said they are.
So I would hold off because one of my best friends, you know him well, he's the reason we're podcasting, is very close to pulling the trigger on them.
Who?
Lane.
Really?
Lane has the wedges. He has the putter. He is going to 90% sure he's going to buy the irons.
So about the N64 from, he's just going to take that and put it right towards the new iron
Yep.
set.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Taking your
Interesting.
N64 money.
If he does, we should get him. We should say,
Right.
hey, may I swing them?
Oh, he will let us for sure.
Is your
Yeah.
Lane's eBay algorithms synced up yet with the irons and the Nintendo games?
Gotta be.
Has to be.
Gotta be.
So just hold your horses till
No, I will. I
April,
will.
May. I mean, it could be fucking March with the weather we're having, but
Yeah.
he'll let us swing them, I'm sure.
Now, here's the other thing too. If you're not familiar with Alibaba, it's basically an Amazon, it's an Amazon for products sold by manufacturers overseas.
Mhm.
So you got all these manufacturers selling their products on Alibaba, and you can go on there and you can find anything. And so naturally, and I've done this before, but I was doing it again this morning, and
It's like the Silk Road.
so if you just type in golf clubs, there are direct knockoffs of some of like the popular golf brands.
Yeah, you want to get some Callaways? Just-
There's
Not
a
Callaway, it's
Callaways.
PGXs.
PGXs.
Those are good.
There's
Yep.
yeah.
There's PXG Gen 4 irons right here on AliExpress for
You can get some-
$461.
You can get some title lusts,
You can get some Taylor makes. So yeah, I was
some
just
Nelsons.
out of curiosity, I was looking on here, and again, you can find damn near anything. But the thing is, the minimum order quantity is like 200 pieces. It's like, okay, well, I don't need 200 4 irons or 200 pitching wedges.
You could if you flip
Balls.
them on
Just
eBay.
balls.
But here's the thing: I feel like, and I might test it out. If you email the manufacturer and say, hey, I obviously before I order in bulk, I need a sample set in, and they may charge you $150 to $200 for a sample set, but $150 $200, that's
Pretty
that's a
cheap.
pretty
Yeah.
solid price. However, you could get absolutely screwed. You just you don't know.
It ends up being one of those things like, remember Wish? You'd order
Yeah, or
something
Temu.
and then it would
Yep.
come in and it'd be like 3 inches long.
Mhm.
You didn't read the dimensions.
Yeah, has anyone ever ordered from Temu?
Jake
Yeah,
has,
yeah, I have, yeah.
Jake
Is it
has some
legit?
fake pit vipers from there.
Yeah, I got some. I've actually ordered like a couple times there.
Is it legit?
Yeah, a lot of it's a bunch of cheap junk.
You want to hear something fucking bananas?
Yeah.
Somehow, my dad's mom, my grandma Patty, is buying shit on Temu. She went on vacation with us in Arizona, and she showed up day one with a box of weird bracelets and like puka shell necklaces and handed them out to all the kids that she had bought on Temu.
I mean, I get it though, because the old timers are looking for deals.
Yeah.
And if you, I mean, you could get a pair of like like originally $200 rain boots, right? You can get a knockoff for $15.
Yeah.
Yep.
But yeah,
Why wouldn't you?
she showed up with this whole thing and she was so proud of all these were like 25 cents. We're like,
Holy smokes.
So I wore a puka shell bracelet all of vacation just to make grandma happy.
Well, okay, so you can also get golf balls on Alibaba, and obviously, like ordering 200 golf balls is a lot more realistic than 200 sets of clubs.
Yeah.
But they'll range anywhere from like 20 to 50 cents a ball.
Yeah. Ryan, have you ever fumbled around on AliExpress?
I have not.
Okay,
No.
so Alibaba is like you're buying a bunch of shit from the manufacturer, whereas AliExpress is usually you're buying just quantities of one. So the prices are a little different, but it's still like a little easier to find. It's more meant for the individuals buying that shit. And you can you can buy the knockoff stuff, whatever. There is tailor-made P790s on here for $200 on the nose. And that's where you're like, this is a quantity of one, like where you can buy all this shit.
Yeah, and I'm not.
I would never
If you
buy
want to
this.
test the waters, go ahead. I probably won't, because then I'm out 200. I'd rather buy a Kirkland set for 600, knowing that they're Kirkland. Because you could get screwed. And obviously, like if these companies are selling to consumers in America, these golf club companies, the patents run, they're international patents. The size of these companies, they have to have international patents. So there's probably something different about them, or they're doing it illegally.
Yeah, a lot of times there's like stickers to cover up logos and stuff like that, because they'll get caught in customs and stuff like that. And it can
be sketch, but just, I don't know. I'm that's the type of shit that I'm interested in.
We know.
Yeah.
Get into the weeds a little. So what's up with you guys? What's going on?
Well, one thing that's up with me. First place Sim League.
Yeah.
Through week 3, 3-0. I told you I'm basically I am now a second father figure for 18-year-old Jack.
Does he call you daddy?
We're not that far yet. I did test the waters last week.
What time do you want to play in the Sim this week, Dad?
We're working on it, but essentially second father figure.
Well, son, today we're playing Hershey Parkview.
So last week, Jack, he got in a. So the way the Sim League is working, and I totally agree with this, Tyler. You've been getting a lot of heat for the way you're commissioning it, and I don't like. There's obviously some fine details like the tee sheet and shit like that. That's whatever. But in terms of like the rules and all that, I think it's been completely fine.
Thank you.
Now, and of course, you're getting the heat from Miles and Jade's team.
Oh, right? And Jake. Jake is giving me the most heat out of anyone.
No, but Jake was valid with that point.
Jake has been giving me the most heat though.
I think I gave you heat once.
You've been giving me the most heat in private, which I appreciate, rather than blasting me on Slack.
Yeah, I would never blast you on
heat?
Slack.
What kind of?
I don't know. I think I only talked to you about the score that one time.
Yeah, and then you got mad at how I was readjusting handicaps.
Oh, I just said that
Why?
you should do it off of people's gross instead of people's nets.
It's the same thing.
Yeah,
It is virtually the
which
same thing.
Jake disagreed.
Yeah,
But it is.
you're probably right. Off of a sample size of 3 holes, it probably, I don't know. That was my suggestion. I didn't give you heat. I wasn't like you're a fucking idiot or anything like
he's
that.
giving me heat.
Yeah,
Okay.
sensitive.
But I do appreciate that you doing it one-on-one rather than blasting me on Slack.
Well, and of course, like the heat's not coming from the people at the top. I mean, obviously, I think things are going well if we're 3-0.
I think it's fine.
And now I'm not even the lowest handicap anymore. Miles is tied with me. He's 6 handicap after we readjusted, and then Jade's a 5. So it's like now they're fucked, and that's why they're giving you so much heat is because they're like, well, now we got to play with a 5 and 6 handicap. Jack's handicap went down 1, so him and I are now playing at a 6 and a 13. They know they're screwed.
Yep.
And that's exactly why they're doing it.
Well, and they thought that they would run away with the league, but week 1, Jake and Alan, whose handicap changed the most out of anybody,
By like 4 strokes or something like that, right? Yeah.
they tied week 1.
Yeah,
So Miles and Jade are still undefeated, but they are 2-0-1.
correct.
You are a pure 3-0.
And I mean, pure is better than non.
Yeah, I've also been tracking. So the way when we get to the playoffs, the way I break up ties is I've been tracking your total score for the entire season, like how far you are under
Sure.
total season. Jade and Miles are killing everybody.
No, I wouldn't say
Jesus.
killing. Well, how much farther are they?
They're 11 strokes lower than you and Jack on the season.
So almost a full 9 holes.
Yep.
Jesus.
The birdies worth.
So they are consistent. The 1 week they tied was Jake's best week by far.
Mm-hmm. Which
So-
is why I did come to you that week, because I had a gut feeling that we wouldn't lose with some changes being made.
Yep.
Yeah.
But so they are far and away the lowest scoring team.
We might gotta watch them play around, see what's going on.
I mean, I trust them for some reason. Jade is really good on the simulator.
He is
Yeah.
for some reason.
He's way better, like oddly better on the sim than he is in
Mhm.
real life.
He's actually not bad in real life. Too.
He
Like,
isn't.
I mean, if he can hit a driver and not, slice it 100 yards
Right.
over into the other fairway,
Right. There
he's
is
actually
none of that
decent.
on the sim. Like it just it finds your ball.
But also he's the type of guy who is like he's gonna find every single ball, even if it's 100 yards OB.
Right.
He could hit it in a river and find it on the like. You can find it on the
lie
bank.
on the edge of the rough.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and he would hit out of
bounced
it.
off a rock or something, I swear.
Like remember in Castleton when he hit that one off the road,
Mm-hmm.
and like it was actually pretty decent. Like
It was a
he's
really
just-
good shot. Yeah.
Or
Just
when his
shit
ball
like
was
that.
by the train tracks and he flopped it over 2 pine trees 4 feet from the
It's
hole.
fucking stupid.
It's,
yeah, I don't know.
Anyway,
It
he's
pisses
a
me
really
off.
good sim golfer. So I buy their scores. Their scores don't seem fishy to me at all. I have been trying to find some fishiness, and I feel like everyone's playing it pretty legit.
Well, and I mean, like, I'm gonna take this advantage every time, but the handicaps got readjusted after the first 3 rounds,
Yep.
and Jack and I we didn't play Miles and Jade in the first 3 rounds,
Right.
So now when we do play them, we have adjusted handicaps, and it's gonna. I mean, things will go our way. I can say that right now.
Yeah. I mean, actually, on my memories, it popped up last year when Jake and Noah beat you and Miles, and
Yeah.
you two were fucking pissed.
Oh, naturally.
That's right. We
dude.
tied or something when we had a playoff.
Yeah, you had to
in
do
the
a
morning.
playoff. Yeah,
Coeur
which
d'Alene.
I decided not to do that this year
Yeah, fair.
because I didn't want to have to set that up, and 2, I didn't want a repeat of the pure animosity that you and Miles had for Jake and Noah immediately following the loss.
It was tough.
I watched the video and got uncomfortable.
It was.
You guys were so mad.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to deal with that again. So I just let it be a tie.
Tyler, remind me how that went again.
Do you have the video?
I want to see it.
It popped up like on my Snap memories. Because some reason my camera roll shows up on Snap memories now. But anyway, Jake you had like a 4-hole playoff, and Jake sunk like a 15-footer to win, and Miles just storms off, and then you snub Jake on a handshake.
Right.
And
There's
then-
just no room for that.
And then Ryan's like, "Come on, be a good sport," and then you're like, "Fuck off."
I think it did affect our work. Like in the next
We didn't
coming
get
days. as well.
anything done. You and Miles were so pissed. So I avoided that this year. There was just a tie. But all that being said, you just need to play at the same time as Miles and Jade and you'll win.
Why?
Because Miles collapses when people are playing good and Miles doesn't get into your head.
Correct.
Mhm.
And he'll
Get into Jack's head. That's the only issue.
not if Dad's there.
Yeah, but I mean,
Just
Dad
tell
only
him-
has so much influence.
Dad cannot protect up here.
Just tell him to put his beats on, drown it out.
Put his AirPods in.
We
Just
should start playing with AirPod Pros and noise canceling feature.
Mhm.
That'd actually not be a bad
just blast
idea.
music so he can't even hear anything.
Yeah.
So just play with Miles and just keep mentioning how I fucked him with the handicap. And then he'll get just super pissed and you'll win for sure.
Yeah. I mean, that's a great strategy going forward. I'm assuming we play them this next week or
I don't remember the matchups this week.
within
So
the next 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I assigned every team a number and then made sure every number played
Mhm.
every number throughout the 5 weeks of regular season. And then I assigned teams to those numbers randomly.
Yeah.
So that no one can be like, you stacked the schedule differently. So like I had no clue who was who before I already made the matchups before
Yeah.
the teams were announced.
We should get a big Sim League trophy.
Yeah.
Like
We should.
winners get it for a year.
Yeah,
And
like
then-
a traveling deal where you can put names on it.
Yep.
That'd be fun.
Yep. We got to get something to play for because I mean, we're not really playing for anything. That's the thing.
Yeah, we'd play for pride. On the flip side, my New Year's resolution in golf was to win the Sim League. Jared and I are firmly in last place.
Really?
0-3.
Tied.
Trevor is firmly in second to last place, also 0-3, but that stroke
Yeah, stroke
differential
Yeah.
tiebreaker, you're really far ahead of us.
Nice.
We did combined total was the scoring thing last week, or the game we played last week. So you just each play the hole, you combine the two golfers' score, and then at the end of the 9 holes, you give yourself a score out of 18, essentially.
Yep.
We shot like 104 or something with our handicaps.
Oof.
I was +2. So that just goes to tell you where
So you
the
shot 38.
yeah,
Gross or net?
net. I was net 38, so I was probably like 6 over.
So yeah, then
Because I got I think I got
60.
4 or 5 bumps.
Mm-hmm.
But
But as long as Jared's having fun with it.
he did have more fun last week. He played barefoot. We
Nice.
used
yeah.
the driver for the first time. Jared's not. He hates the driver. But we used the driver, and he's getting there. But I think in Scramble, we might actually do a little bit of damage because Jared, once he's off the tee, is just 90 yards straight as an arrow.
Mhm.
Yep.
So I'll have one safe every time off the tee.
Yeah.
Also-
Also, you should just play a par 3 course. You should throw a par 3 course into the mix.
It's not a par 3 course, but the course we are playing this week only has 1 par 5.
Okay.
Good.
But it's 2 par 3s, a bunch of 4s, and 1 5.
Okay.
Oh, the par 5 sucks.
Does it?
It's
course.
I think it's hole 9, and it was disgusting.
What course is it?
Hershey Parkview in Pennsylvania.
Nice.
It's right next to the Hershey plant.
Fuck yeah.
It's like it's a in between of kind of what we've been doing. Like it's nicer than Minot Air Force Base, but it's not a super fancy course like Sanctuary we started in.
No, it wasn't bad. I played
Yeah.
it last night, and it was
Nice.
solid.
And I get why Jared doesn't want to bring the driver out. It's why is the driver the hardest club to hit in the bag? And I get it because it's the longer the club gets, the harder it is to hit, right? That's to dumb it down for everybody. That's the reason.
So
right?
I think it's weird though.
But it has
because,
it has the biggest club face, and it should have the most forgiveness. Am I right?
I mean, if I forget everything I know about golf, in my head it should have the most forgiveness. You know what I mean?
So again, we talked about this for weeks on end, but shortening the shaft of the driver. I'm considering going like another 2 inches, maybe. Like put this thing because when I go into the sim and I'm just like fucking around practicing hitting balls, I'm just gonna probably hit a 7 iron. Why don't I just shorten my driver shaft up to the length of a 7 iron, hit it that way, even if it only goes 250 on the rollout? Why? Tell me what's stopping me from doing that.
Pride.
you.
Pride. You can't let all your buddies outdrive you then.
But if I'm hitting out of the short
You
grass,
won't care.
Hey, dude,
You
we're
won't care.
past that, Trevor. You're in that stage still. I was there. I don't give a flying fuck if any of you outdrive me if I'm in the fairway.
yeah, I mean, I used to be. I could hit the longest ball in the office for a long time, and now it's like I'm second, third, fourth, maybe.
Yeah, and we don't care anymore. Honestly, the only time I care if you outdrive me is if we're both way out in the fucking rough.
Yeah.
Because if I'm going to be not on the fairway, I would like to be further than
Yeah.
the next guy. But
So like when we did the garage sale club challenge,
Yep.
tried to break 90 at Leonard. That was the best swinging $20 driver, 15 maybe.
And then it snapped. Yeah.
And you know what? At that same garage sale, they had the identical driver also for sale. They had 2 of the same drivers for sale. I bought one, and I drive by the house every day coming to work.
Waiting for the rummage sale to come back.
Well, I mean, if the garage door's open, I may pull up and see if it's still available.
Hey, a year or 2 back, I bought a driver here from your garage. Wondering if that other one's still for sale.
Maybe I got maybe search it on eBay, get it for like $20-$30.
Yeah.
I mean, the shaft on that thing was 7 iron length. So we'll see.
Well,
I'm always up for change. You guys know that.
yeah.
Daily.
All that being said, sim regular season is coming to a close soon. We're in our second to last week. I can check right now, but I know for sure the last week of regular season is the toilet bowl. It will be my team versus Trevor
Oh yeah.
in an alternating
win.
shot challenge.
Getting a win.
Which
That'd be a good
there cannot be two teams with no wins.
That's true.
So unless we fucking tie. Which
I will throw
ties are
a
on the
hole
table
so
now.
we lose. We're not tying.
Yeah, ties
Yeah.
on the table. You got to finish that out.
I would like it to be you and Miles in the last week, but I don't know for sure. I can check. Fill the dead air.
No, I think it is. Because if you haven't played him yet, I play Miles this week. So
Oh,
Okay.
there we go.
What's the game this week?
scramble.
This week is scramble.
That's gonna that okay. Wait, what about next week?
Alternating shot.
Okay.
Alternating shot
Okay.
isn't as bad as you think. As long as I'm fine with me and Jared on that for sure. Because I would way rather have the shot after mine be 90 and straight. Because there's a chance I could top it 90 yards and straight.
What do you think the most advantageous game is to play against a top team? Like, what gives you the best chance of beating a top team?
Scramble.
So if
Definitely not
if-
combined score.
If you're
No.
a team like Trevor and I scramble,
because we get the bumps, which makes us better because it's just best ball for us
Right.
pretty much.
That's
So
And
it's
the
like
bumps.
yeah, it's Trevor and I
Mhm.
getting extra bumps in scramble.
sure.
So this is our best week to
Yeah.
knock somebody off. That's
Yeah.
good.
I do like alternating shot though too, because you can't really get into a rhythm when you're especially through 9 holes. You know, some people don't get into a rhythm until the back 9, let alone only taking every other shot. You can't get fluid. You can't get into a rhythm, and I think that could be good for us.
Yeah.
So
But unfortunately, in the playoffs, the higher seed gets to choose whether they want the game or the course.
yes,
So
Is combined total still on for that?
no, it's been petitioned to the league. I'm fine with it. I just need some more feedback from the rest of the league if they want to take that off the table or not.
I would
I
like to take
think
it off.
everyone's cool with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So combined total will be off the table.
You and Jared getting that would just not be
Yeah,
fun.
we were
getting
with
wrecked.
our bumps
Yeah.
plus 30 or something like that.
Oof.
Yeah. Woof.
Okay, let's take a quick break. We're gonna come back. Tyler's got a segment, no clue what it is.
Mm-hmm.
We'll hit you with that.
All right. A few weeks back on Spotify questions, someone messaged this in. It was Tyler Greenhagen a month ago.
Let's hope you didn't want this anonymous.
It's not bad at
No,
all.
I'm just kidding.
And I've seen this make its
I am the one that
rounds.
shit my pants and stripped out naked.
Greenhagen, you son of a bitch. No, so he sent this back a long time ago and I forgot to read it. And I've seen it make its rounds on the internet before, but we've never talked about it and I think we should. So it's an either or hypothetical.
Okay.
$1 million guaranteed or an opportunity to play Augusta and shoot 9 under par for $10 million. You have 8 hours and unlimited mulligans. If you don't get it done in 8 hours, shooting 9 under at Augusta, you get nothing. Or you just take the $1 million from somebody.
So you gotta shoot 63.
You got to shoot a 63 at Augusta, unlimited mulligans,
What tee box?
tips.
Woof. See, that genuinely makes it, The tips part, I think, really changes it up an awful lot.
So you're playing tips at Augusta. Yeah.
Wow.
You can hit the ball as many times as you want. You can hit it 50 times on one hole. Doesn't matter. You take the one good shot.
You're playing by yourself.
Playing by yourself.
You have a caddy.
I don't know. It doesn't say.
Now,
We'll say no caddy.
Augusta's 7,500 yards from the tips, just so you guys
And I
know.
feel like we'll take all the variables out of it, right? You're playing alone. Maybe you get a cart. What are we going to say? You get a cart or not? You can't have a cart at Augusta.
No, so you're walking.
So you're walking.
Yeah.
We'll
Walking.
let you have a push cart.
Walking. No caddy.
Walking, no caddy, push cart,
Solo.
solo.
Unlimited balls.
You have as many balls as you can fit in your bag.
Wow, that's actually a really good question.
Hey.
Because number one, there's a high value that people will put on just playing Augusta, whether they're shooting 100 or they're shooting 70.
Is that value more than $1 million in your hand?
Right, but
If somebody,
if I can hit 3 drives or 5 drives off the tee, one of them will land in the fairway.
right,
And if I can hit 3 shots from 120 in, one of them, I think the most consecutive strokes at a single shot is going to be on the greens, because the greens are wild.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, like, you got to shoot 9 under. So you're going to have to be birdieing at least 9 holes
Every other hole you got
at Augusta.
Yep.
And so it's like, when do you settle for your par? When do you settle for a birdie if you have a makeable eagle putt? When do you do this? When do you do that? Because you have a strict 8-hour time limit and you are walking Augusta.
You're also going to get really fucking tired.
Very tired.
You're going to get so tired.
I mean,
God.
the hills and like walking is going to be nasty.
Mm-hmm. So I have my answer.
Not to mention, Ryan, you're going to be suffering from the allergies from all the flowering azaleas
for
out
sure.
there.
Yeah.
Azaleas are going to wreck your
Azalea
allergies.
season, but give me a pimiento sani.
Pimento.
A pimento sandwich.
Pimiento.
Jeez.
So 8 hours times 60 minutes is 480 minutes divided by 18. You got 26.6 minutes per hole.
So almost about a half
Almost
hour.
a half hour per hole.
I mean, how many par threes are on a course? 6.
There's 2 per 9, right?
So 4 par threes. So they should take less.
Right, but how many tee shots are you going to take to try to birdie those?
I'm just gonna stuff one close.
Oh, are you?
Yeah, I'm just gonna make it.
You're gonna stick one close from 200 out
Yeah.
because those are not
No.
short par threes at
Yeah,
Augusta.
that's true.
It's not the 97 yarder we got at Prairie Wood.
Damn it. Oh God.
Hey.
Okay, I have my answer. I am 100% without a question of a doubt.
There's no waiting on any person.
Empty course. I am taking that $1 million and I'm not even attempting it. It's just a free $1 million.
That's true.
Yeah.
If you spray a ball, like let's say you spray a ball off the tee, you don't have to go get it. You
No,
can just
fuck no. You can leave that.
Yeah, they go get
Just
every
throw
ball you
another
hit.
one down.
So I just found on fucking Quora. So who knows what the real answer is? But they say the average golf hole takes 12 to 14 minutes, and that's obviously with other people on the course.
Mm-hmm.
You might have to wait at a tee box. You might get through right away.
So let's lower that down.
let's say 10 minutes because it's Augusta.
Yep.
So I have an extra 16 minutes per hole. Imagine going up into 18 with like 8 minutes left and you have to birdie and your legs are completely shot.
Your back
pretty
fucking
much-
hurts
Yeah.
from taking 1,000 swings.
You got
pretty much-
blisters on each of your hands.
Yes.
You got like 4 balls left.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm having a Costco Kirkland 4-pack of gloves in my bag for sure.
Oh yeah.
Of course.
You're double gloving.
Double socked.
Okay, so you're taking the $1 million.
I'm taking the $1 million and I'm buying my wife something nice and then I'm putting the rest in the bank.
What about you, Trevor?
I think I'd have to play it. One, just for the fact of playing the course. And then
Playing Augusta just to play Augusta is not worth $1 million.
I mean,
For most people, I'd say.
Yeah.
So, some people. There are a lot of people out there that would disagree.
but I mean, let's just say you have a good round. I mean, for me personally, I hit my drives pretty straight in fairways, so I don't have to hit many balls off tees. Second approach shots, 2 5 shots there, and then just putting. It's just taking ball. I think I get 9 birdies.
The par fives would be like I would be going for the green.
Oh,
in
just
as many shots as it takes
Yep.
just to get on the green and have a chance at eagle.
yep.
Okay.
So we're pulling
I think
the
I'd have to
you're,
just for the fact of the money's sake and just to play Augusta.
you're playing for
Yes.
the 10.
I'm gonna have to play for the 10 mil.
Okay. Jake.
I think I'm not good enough. Who the fuck am I kidding?
Who are we kidding?
Who am I kidding? I'm not fucking good enough. I'll take the $1 million and maybe invest in some golf lessons.
Yeah, you could get a lot of golf lessons for $1 million. Sorry. All right. So a fella on Reddit, let's see if we're split right now, 50-50. A fella on Reddit did a little experiment to try to persuade people one way or the other. And I'm just going to read the entire thread for you. The answer to the question 1 million or 10 million, but you have to shoot 9 under at Augusta. In response to the post a couple days ago, would you take 1 million or 10 million to shoot 9 under at Augusta with unlimited mulligans in less than 8 hours? I felt like the 10 million was a no-brainer. I built a sim using the Mevo Plus in my garage during the 2020, so I decided to figure out exactly how difficult it would be. First off, I severely underestimated how difficult this would be from the tips. I've played the course.
Fuck, it's the tips too. Forgot about that.
It's and also, by the way, like the regular course, the Masters tips are another. So the regular like tips for the members,
the regular tips, not
Yeah.
No. The regular tips for the members is 6,300 yards for all.
Okay, that's
72.
not bad at all.
It's not bad. The Masters tips are 7,500 yards.
Jesus.
1,200 more yards.
That's, I mean, that's an extra 4 holes of length.
Yeah.
On
I've played the course virtually from the members' tees, where it feels like it's pretty approachable, and you wouldn't have to be a bomber in order to have a chance. Boy, was I wrong. Moving back to 7,500 yards gave me everything I wanted and more. A quick background about me. I'm in my mid-30s. I'm a 10 handicap, and I have plenty of length off the tee with minimal control. So I felt like I could minimize the fatigue.
What's the username for this guy?
Minimal control.
Is it me?
is it Ryan?
I mean, that's the main reason I wanted to bring this up, because it's very relatable. This guy's not far off from any of us, right?
Yeah.
So I felt like if I could minimize the fatigue factor, I had a decent chance at the challenge. I took 50 mulligans off the tee.
50?
50. 50.
So it's like what, 3 mulligans per tee shot?
Something like that. So
Yeah.
very close.
Almost.
Overall, on the sim, it took me 3 hours and 19 minutes to shoot 13 under at Augusta with unlimited mulligans. I had 6 chip-ins and a total of 15 putts on the card. So you had
Holy
to...
shit.
In the end, I was still able to maintain swing velocity, but shots were definitely getting erratic, and I was having a hard time squaring up the face with the driver, which led to a lot of slices and re-tees. On certain holes where you could hit a downhill speed shot, I took a few extra shots to maximize that run out. On other holes, so long as a ball was in the fairway, I moved on quickly. So he had some strategy. He had strategy going on ahead of this. Like, he knew how to play the course, right? I put a graphic together showing my misses, yardages, shots taken, mulligans, etc. If anyone is interested, I'll see how long, yada, yada, yada. One thing worth noting, the only thing more erratic than my driver is my Mevo's reading of short chips and putts. So I do feel like I could cut down on chip and putt mulligans in real life. In the end, if I had $10 million on the line in real life, I still feel like I finish and win the money with a few caveats. 1, I need to have unlimited balls. 2, I have to have a spotter for where the balls are landing to let me know whether to go or not go for a mulligan. 3, I have a cart or caddy to limit fatigue. I think if you drive less than 260, you'd be better off taking the million. So this guy's saying he could do it with those 3 things that we decided you can't have.
So the question is still up in the air. Like if you take, because again, he's playing on the simulator, so he's not walking up and down.
Yeah, he's
hills.
not walking. He knows where his ball is immediately after every single shot.
I'd say immediately with the simulator, just cut the time in half. Like 4 hours seems like a right amount of time for you to do it. Like if you don't have to walk to your ball.
Damn.
So
I'm gonna have to. I'm a betting man.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think I would consider myself a betting man.
okay,
I would have to try for the 10 million.
okay.
Yeah. Well, I mean, can you?
Because it's always like, well, what if?
Yep.
You know what? So if you're not no farther than 260 off the tee, like it's just gonna put you too far back.
He just said if you don't hit it 260 off the tee, you're pretty much screwed. 1, it's going to be setting up the second shot. 2, it's going to be getting old, because if you're playing the tips, that's a lot of shit you're going to have to carry to get over
Yeah.
just to be in play, right? And then he planning out on all these holes, like he knew where the rollout was. It's like hitting the rollout so you can actually get that downhill rollout to help stretch your hole out. There's a lot of factors that go into it, and apparently if you don't hit it 260, you're fucked.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to give myself a chance.
And it
because
sounds like
$9 million more is a lot of money.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. But $1 million is a lot more than no dollars.
It's true.
It's $1 million
That's
more.
true.
It is. That's why it's a really good hypothetical. Are we able to play Augusta on the simulator?
Yeah, we are.
What's it called? Is
we
it
can play Georgia National Club or something.
Yeah, we
It's,
play Georgia Country Club.
it's a
Okay.
it's a rip off of Augusta.
that should be set as the championship sim league course.
That would be fun.
Mm-hmm.
I would do that
Like
because obviously it's going to be you versus me in the finals.
so like the higher seed gets to pick the game. The course is already picked.
Yeah.
Should we do it? Should we try the challenge?
Yeah, I mean, I'm down to try it on the simulator. Again, it's obviously there's a lot more factors in play, but just to see, if you have someone at the computer clicking mulligan, yes, mulligan, yes, mulligan, yes.
Yeah,
I'll do that
that's
for
a
you.
caddy.
Ryan. Yeah.
I mean, I feel like if we were doing it on the simulator, we can't have any assistance because the computer is already assisting you a ton.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
I'll get you a hotkey, Ryan, for mulligans.
Yeah, we should definitely try it out. And he was 13 under
13 under. It took him 3.5 hours.
to play 18 holes on a sim. Normally, if you're playing by yourself on the simulator, you could finish 18 in like 30 minutes.
Mhm.
Wow.
It took Jared and I to finish our combined total. 2 people playing 9 holes and Jared hitting a lot of shots. It took us 25 minutes.
Okay, I'm down. I'm down.
I mean,
to try
I
it.
was on the space bar speeding up all the shots,
yeah.
but still.
I mean, I think yes. I think the goal is, can we beat 13 under?
Yeah. I mean, I think the goal is 9 under so you can get your 10 mil and walk away.
Mhm.
I mean, I'm not going to sit there and pull hairs to try and get 13 compared to 9 if 9 is the number.
Now on the
Yeah.
sim, it'd be interesting on the sim, and there's no gimme range, so no 10-foot gimmies. You have
yeah,
to
you
get
got
the
a hole out.
Be interesting. Like, can you shoot 18 under with unlimited mulligans
In
And a
8
10-foot
hours.
gimme.
in 8 hours on the simulator?
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to waste an entire day.
8 hours
Doing that.
swinging.
But I don't know if it'd take 8 hours.
I don't know either. Only one way to find out, right?
Yep.
I'll come check in every 4 hours.
Fuck, maybe if I get a weekend coming up here, wife and kid or somewhere, I don't know. I'll come in and try it.
Okay.
We'll have to record it though.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I think all said and done. I mean, you guys, we can throw we'll throw the link to the dude's article in the description of the podcast, so you guys can go check that out. The Google thing the Google sheet that he put up of all his shots. So he recorded every shot on every single hole and redded out all of the ones he took a mulligan on, and then left the shot he ended up taking in white on every hole. So you can kind of get a map of what his thought process was. It's really interesting. He did a very thorough and well done job.
He's
So
got to be like an engineer or like an accountant or something.
yeah, I don't know what
Data
he is,
analyst.
but he did a great job on it. It's very interesting and it's a very good hypothetical. And I'm 1000% taking the $1 million and running.
I gotta go for it.
The gambler in me wants to do it.
Jakey's staying strong.
It's $1 million, Tyler.
Yeah,
But
dude.
10 million is so much more.
I know.
Yeah, but
Or
1
I
million
could-
is so much more than 0. When Trevor, I love you. You're not gonna win this challenge.
We don't know.
I would put half of the $1 million that I was just gifted on Trevor not winning the challenge.
Really?
Yes. Because regardless, I'm walking
Run it.
away with half a
Run
million,
it.
and then I could potentially. It depends on what odds they give me.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm probably walking away with 1.25 because you're not going to do it.
Yeah, I mean, he might be at plus 150,
Worse
plus
than that.
175
Worse than that.
on the sim in real life.
In real
Okay,
life, like if
okay.
you actually did this, your odds are not going to be good. So they're not. I'm
Yeah.
not going to like double my money. I would walk away with 1.25 million because there's no chance you
Yep.
would do it.
It'd be fun to do it on just like a course we would normally play.
Yeah, I think that would be more realistic for us.
The amount of balls that people would find would be unbelievable.
Yeah. We'll just let the podcast know when we do it. And
Yeah.
on what day, which course, and
Yeah.
then they can go out and have.
Yeah, have a
Have
fucking like.
pictures.
Why is there 18 balls and the last 2 holes that are just sitting there?
The problem is we got no one to front the reward money for us. No
That's
one's going to
true.
offer us
Yeah.
any amount of dollars to attempt this.
I mean, it's more so like I just want to see if it's possible, even just on like a regular course.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll queue it up.
So
Queue it up
here's
in the sim.
the only way. God, no, that would just take too long. I was gonna say I might risk the million if we could scramble it.
That'd be no problem. The scramble would be
Yeah, but
Like,
we
not
got to
a-
take 4 shots no matter what every hole.
No, you don't.
not unlimited mulligans.
You'd for sure get unlimited mulligans, right? But if we want to truly take the best shot, right, all 4 of us got hit, and that takes way more time.
Unless the first person sticks one at 2 feet.
and then we
Yeah.
just say fuck it and roll.
Yeah.
Or if you hit a fairway right away, then just go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's possible.
Or you'd almost cheat the system too. Like have one person be like me or Ryan driving that every time. You guys are already 100 yards down the fairway, ready to hit the second shot.
Yeah.
Like you guys seen that video of the guys who did the fastest
Yep.
hole ever?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
insane.
That's nuts.
Minwoo Lee is the one that putted it in.
Yeah.
No
That's
shit.
Crazy to
nuts.
think about now.
That's cool.
Okay. Well, we got something to look forward to then.
Yeah, let's chew on that a little bit.
I'll do it one night.
Georgia National. Okay. That's all you got?
That's all I got.
Alrighty. Ladies and gents, appreciate y'all listening. We'll be back
Yeah.
again next week, episode 175.
We'll have real golf stories next week. Ryan's going to Florida.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, it could be another Nashville thing. It could, like, am I actually going to do it or am I not going to do it?
You're going to do it.
I'm hopefully going to do it.
I think you're going to.
Again, I got a wife and kid to be with, so
Bring them with.
Mm-hmm.
logistically, it'd be much easier if I just went alone.
It's probably more peaceful, too.
Yeah.
Love you guys.
Love you.
Love you.
They piped that the wrong way.
I'll call the clubhouse. We'll book in another 18 for tomorrow.
Okay, they cheated on that. They fluffed their balls.
Yeah, no better time for the breakfast ball than now.